Okay. Thanks for joining us on Cult Fiction. We've got What You Watching episode. Everybody's got something new that they've been checking out. Joe just showed us some really disturbing images that are going to stick with me for the rest of this program. I'm going to try to get them out of my head as we go. Also, Eric is going to be doing trivia tonight, so maybe we'll kick it off to him to start with. Um,
Okay.
you've had some good ones so far, sir. I mean, I'm anxious to see what you've got tonight.
Okay. Well, hopefully this is good. Number one, attempted torture.
Attempted, attempted torture.
Attempted
Attempted.
torture.
Not actual torture, but attempted torture.
All right, I'm gonna text you. I hope that's okay.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Go ahead, do that.
fascinating. That's a fascinating clue. I feel like that's a giveaway, and I
We
just
I
it
feel like,
hasn't.
yeah, I feel like I've heard that exact term somewhere. I just can't recall.
I know that that's in my head somewhere, but I'm gonna have to let it. I'm gonna have to let it gel. All right, so Eric, what are you watching?
well, I just finished one show and I've started two others. So the one I just finished, and Bueller will probably talk about it too, is Night Agent season three.
Okay, all right.
So just finished that up. I feel like I enjoyed it this season more than two.
I never saw two.
Uh,
I saw one.
Yeah. So I think I enjoyed it more than two. It's very girlfriendless, and so I'm good with that.
Hmm.
Um, I've also started the second season of Cross, which
Okay,
is that I believe it's Prime, right? And
right.
it's it's
Right.
the Alex Cross show. I really enjoyed season one. Season two's off to a slowish start, but I'm only about two and a half episodes in.
So
So,
they're
I
still
mean,
just setting the table.
right there, they still could just be setting the table.
So that's based on the Robert Patterson novels, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the third one I'm watching is the second season of Hijack,
Okay.
and that's
Oh, okay,
with
yeah.
Idris Elba.
Right.
That's the one that I'm the most disappointed with so far, but I'm also the least amount
Oh,
of in.
yeah.
So let me ask you this because I also am watching season two of Hijack. How many episodes in are you?
Mm. Yeah, I hate to say I'm like halfway through the second.
Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
so my
So
my
you're
the thing
still
right. So the thing was is like, I'm like essentially 90 minutes in and I still don't know anything. And
right.
so for me that's I was just like, man, this is really slow, but I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to keep going, but it's like, you know, there was a thing at the end of the first episode where I was like,
Right. Right.
okay, I'm in. I'm
Right.
in.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I'm with
So
you. And then
here's
and then halfway through the next episode, I'm like,
so
come
the
on, give
thing
me
Yeah.
is
something else.
what I would say is I don't want to spoil anything because I don't know
Right.
who's seen the first season or not. But in the first season of Hijack, there were a number of like meaningful twists and turns in the plot. Like you're not entirely sure. Like you think you know what's going on, but
Right.
then you really don't know what's going on. And I really feel like they've continued that flavor with the second season. So
Okay,
even
good.
at this point, if you think you know what's happening, you really don't. So that's all I'll say.
Yeah, I
Well, and that's the
remember.
thing is like I don't know anything that's happening. Is like,
Right.
I saw the first season of that.
Okay.
I remember liking it. I didn't
Yeah.
think it was great, but it was enjoyable.
Right.
And
right.
I was actually kind of surprised they had a second season. I didn't think it was going to be like an ongoing thing, but I haven't checked it out yet. But it probably will because I love me some Idris Elba,
Right.
and it's like,
Same,
Yeah.
same.
It's hard not to watch something he's in. Yeah.
And then just like with the cross, I just, I'm a sucker for that kind of genre.
Hmm.
The
yeah, me too.
you know,
But I couldn't get into the first season at all. I think I tapped out after I think I
really.
saw one episode, and then started the
Oh,
second. And I just wasn't even
So
into it.
was it the story or was it the actor?
Wait, which one? Which one's Cross?
Uh, I just
Cross I is it's the based on the Patterson novels. You know what? I'm gonna look up the actor's name because I can't remember his name. Um,
Not the Ghost one, right?
no.
no,
no,
Aldous
like a
Hodge.
criminal investigator kind of
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thing.
Aldous Hodge is the guy who plays Cross.
Oh, Aldous
And
Hodge. He's the guy from Leverage, right?
was he in Leverage?
I never saw Leverage. But I mean, he's been in other things. Yeah, he's been in a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff. So,
Yeah.
um,
My
anyway,
brain always goes to, because I'm such a mark for um comic book stuff. I'm like, oh, he could be in comic book movies. Like like what character
yeah,
could he play? Because
you,
he's,
you're right, Joe. He was in Leverage. Yeah. So same guy. Um, and I think he's a good actor.
right.
Like
And
he,
that's why I'm like, what could he play?
right, right.
Well,
So,
Well,
on
who
that
would you
note,
have him play in a
you
comic book
absolutely
movie?
nailed Aaron Pierre with Lanterns. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Dude, did I nail the shit out of that though?
Nailed it, dude.
Like I stuck the landing. Like as
Did you
soon
guys,
as I
did you guys
saw
watch
him
the
in
trailer?
yes, yeah. As soon as I saw
I
him,
haven't seen the trailer yet because I kind of don't want to see the trailer.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Right. I've been looking forward to ever since Rebel Ridge.
right.
I've been looking forward to Aaron Pierre being in something like, with a box office, and so I want to experience it
Dude,
completely.
yeah, I'm telling you, once when I saw him in Rebel Ridge, I was like, oh, make him John Stewart Green Lantern. Do it.
Well,
And then within like three
Do it
months,
now.
they were like, he's been cast as John Stewart Green
and
Lantern. I'm
what's
like,
crazy is that he didn't do shit. He got scooped up to be Green Lantern.
oh,
And
dude,
was like,
they knew.
I'm out.
They knew. They
Yeah.
saw him in Rebel Ridge and they were like, either we
Mhm.
give him something or, somebody
There was
else is going to throw
probably
a bag at him.
there was like 10 people knocking on his door,
Right,
and
right.
Green Lantern is what he picked.
And
Right.
and to that note, Jubal, I'm not going to spoil anything, but Lanterns is going to be very adult.
Good.
Very adult.
Really?
I like some adult heroes. That came out wrong, but you understand what I mean.
I think it came out okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
All
yeah, yeah.
right.
Makes sense.
All right. So Cross is in Hijack, and what
Night
was the
Agent.
Night
Night Agent
Agent?
season 3.
So Night Agent season 3, you said you finished it?
Yes.
All right. Cool. And it was worth.
Yeah, I mean, if you've watched the first two seasons, this is probably, and Bueller will say what he thinks, but I thought it was better than the second.
Okay.
So, I'll take
Cool.
it. I'll take it.
Cool. All right.
And open for a fourth season,
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Fair enough. So let's do. You want to do another clue? We've got
Sure. Sure.
attempted torture is the
Yeah,
first clue.
nobody sent me. Oh, Joe did. Why am I not hearing anything? That's weird. So the second clue is eyeball.
Eyeball.
That kills my first guess, which was
Right.
okay.
Yeah, my first guess is incorrect.
Did you send me a guess?
I did not send you a guess. I
Okay.
just had something I was like, maybe.
Mulling over?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
not it.
dude, I can't
Eyeball.
remember the name of the movie.
Wow. Good clues, though. Good
I
clues.
sent a guess.
Okay.
Attempted torture and eyeball.
Hmm.
I'm thinking wheels are turning. Bueller, what are you watching?
Oh shit. Okay. Well, like Eric said, Night Agent. I watched that. I finished it before Eric did. Um, I enjoyed it more than the second season. I felt like the second season was a lot like the second season of Reacher, where they kind of like involved way too much, and they tried to pull it back in the third season, just like
Yeah,
Reacher.
yeah.
Um, but I talked to Eric about this today. There's a glaring gaping hole in this season that I was convinced. I was doing dishes in the kitchen and getting dinner ready and stuff, and I'm like, I definitely missed something because this doesn't make any sense. Eric and I discussed it earlier today, and it made me even more upset about it because Eric explained it to me, and I'm like, nope, that's still bad. That's still
Yeah.
not acceptable.
Yeah, I had the same issue. So when he brought it up, I was like, yeah, that's real thin. I said, this is what I think is probably what they want you to think, and yet that's still pretty thin.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty bad. But aside from that, overall, I enjoyed it more so than the second season, and I'll still watch the fourth if it comes out when it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, no, why not watch it? I did see Scream 7 on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not going to spoil it for anyone. I thought it was kind of a return to the roots. I felt like they really tried to get back to where they came from at the same time involving, the current decade that we're in. did they fall short? Sure, but it's Scream. Like it was supposed to be a parody of all the killers like Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers and all that stuff from the 80s. It was supposed to be silly,
Sure.
and it got legs and turned into the franchise that it is now. Um, there were a couple moments where I laughed out loud in the theater because I was like, "That's so dumb," but whatever. Uh, it was fun and enjoyable to watch. It's not what you think going into it. It definitely has some twists and turns and surprises. I'm not going to spoil it because it's only been out for less than a week, so that's not my thing. But I mean, I had fun watching it. Uh, I'm not going to watch it again.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair
But to be
enough.
fair, I haven't watched another Scream movie a second time either.
Yeah.
Even the first one?
I watched the first one a few times. I
Maybe
gotta
I think I've
the
seen
say.
the
the
first
first.
one several times. Yeah.
Maybe
I
the
watched the
first.
first. What's funny is I watched the first one with Bueller probably in
Oh yeah.
1996 or
Right.
whatever
Yeah,
it was.
90s.
Right.
Like
It's, yeah.
literally in the 90s. I watched it with Bueller. And then I watched it again recently with my kids because they were starting to get to the age where if we didn't watch it, it was going to get spoiled for like the twist on the first one was
Mhm.
going to get spoiled for them because it's so part of like pop culture now. It's so part of
Right.
like Americana and stuff like that. And I knew like if you watch parody movies, it'll be in it. If you watch, anything, it's just a matter of time before there's a montage about movie making and it'll be in there and stuff like that. And so,
Did they like it?
what's that?
Did they like it? Because I always kind of
Oh
thought
yeah,
that.
they loved it.
Yeah,
How
Yeah,
I
they
always
loved
kind
it.
of thought like the current generation might kind of miss all the sort of like details in it. You know what I mean?
No, they loved it.
It's all
They
about 80s horror and stuff like
Mhm.
Yeah,
that.
they loved it, and like my daughter was already like, let's watch Scream 2, and it's like I can't remember Scream 2
How
very
old is
well.
she? How old is she?
Well, she's about to be 14, so she's around that
So
age where they
she's
start
13.
liking this stuff. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
violent. A violent movie for a 13-year-old. You're a brave
It-
dad.
it's actually not as
Hmm.
violent. It's
We
not as
we were watching that stuff when we were
right.
13. What are you talking
And look
about?
how
I
messed
know.
up we are.
Yeah, like what did we watch when we were like 13?
But
Yeah,
that's the thing is like
Texas Chainsaw.
I remember it not being too violent, and that's
Right.
why it's like when she says, I want to watch Scream 2, I don't remember Scream 2 the way I remember Scream 1. So
Mhm.
it's like I feel like I have to preview Scream 2
Right.
before
Fair
she
enough.
sees it to make sure that it's because that happens with these movies where, like Saw, we talked about Saw and how you can watch Saw and it's not nearly as gory as you think. And then Saw 2 through 10 is just like straps
Yeah.
It
Right.
becomes
pushing people's heads
Ah,
and shit like that,
Yeah.
needles in your eyes.
yeah,
Right.
You
And
know.
so
it becomes gore porn at that
Yeah.
point.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
So the first Saw is completely different in regards to how much violence is in it than the rest of them. And I don't know if Scream is that way. So it's like I have to
I mean,
watch it again.
I went back and I watched them all fairly recently. I think before the new crop of trilogy came out. And I mean, they're not like more violent than the other. Really, they're all
Right.
pretty much. I mean, the first one had, the guy gutted hanging in the tree. So it's not like the other ones are,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
like the other ones are worse than that,
Right.
You can
I'll,
see
I'll tell you
nails
this:
on the
with
ground.
Scream 7, Ghostface really likes to make sure you're dead. And some of the kill scenes felt like what is Terrifier? Some of the kill scenes
Right.
felt
Really?
like Terrifier.
Um,
Uh,
That's gore porn.
yes, I agree. And I've only seen a couple scenes out of Terrifier. I've never watched the full movie. But it almost feels like the director kind of took some like reached in and got some stuff from like current horror movies and was like, let's go ahead and incorporate this into this movie. I'm not saying
Right.
it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad.
Right.
But it's definitely it feels like it's reaching back to the old Scream movies with a lot of new stuff incorporated into it. And I
Mm.
still enjoyed it. But take it for what it is. It's a Scream movie.
Mhm.
Right.
That being said, Caitlin and I just jumped back into the pit. I stopped watching it after a few episodes because I work in the medical industry and I
Mm.
was kind of bored with it, but we jumped back into it and I'm enjoying it. Um, Caught
So
up.
did you finish season one?
No, we're
Oh,
about.
okay. Okay. All right.
I only made it through 4 episodes before I dropped out, and then I think we're at an episode 8 or 9 right now.
Okay.
Uh,
I
Caught up on
remember my
complete.
big disappointment with that show, The Pit, was that it's like the whole thing is that it's real time,
Yeah,
but it doesn't feel like it's real time.
They
You
don't
know,
really take
it could be
advantage
just
of
an
that.
episode.
yeah,
Every
Yeah.
episode could be like a new night,
big
Yeah.
as they
time,
come
big,
in.
big
And
time.
I was expecting like that kind of 24 frenetic pace where minute by minute it really feels like there's something in it, but
Right.
it
And
just feels like episode by episode.
and maybe I'm biased, but I agree with you. Like working in the medical field, I'm like, okay, all right, let's calm down a little bit here. Eric and I have talked about ghosts on this show, and we finally caught up to the whole thing. So we're waiting for the new episode. If you haven't seen Ghost, the American version, man, it's fun.
It's
It's a
just fun,
sitcom.
dude.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
fun.
great to put on and just kick back, relax, and laugh. Like
What's
there's nothing.
cocaine?
Cocaine. Yeah. Uh, Somebody at my job did recommend The Hunting Party.
Oh yeah, I saw something
Oh,
about
I've been
that.
watching that.
Have
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've
know
you?
seen
what
all
that
the
is.
yeah, I've seen all the episodes of that.
Have you really?
Mhm.
Okay, I made it through 4 episodes and I was like, I don't like this show at all.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's
It's
just
whatever. Like again, I'm kind of a mark for kind of episodic, grabbing, hunting down the killer and stuff.
so
It's
does it.
it's
So
it's
tell me
nothing
this,
special.
and
What's that?
I'm gonna spoil some shit real quick. But like,
Okay.
tell me this. Later on in the show, does it try to focus more on like the killer they're hunting for more than 2 episodes?
No.
Shit. Okay.
No,
All right.
there's the overarching thing, because what you're really asking for is there more like an or overarching plot line,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the more overarching plot line is like, was it done on purpose? Who's behind that kind
Okay.
of thing. But no, I don't think that I think there's maybe one or two guys that they've spent more than an episode tracking,
Okay.
and then that's it.
I
And
think
then
that
and
was
then there's like, and even in season two, they're just starting to scratch the surface, because I think they didn't know if they were going to get a season two, is my guess. And so now in season two, they're starting to scratch the surface of like a broader conspiracy kind of thing.
So if you don't know, it's about a prison that collapsed with like the world's biggest serial killers, and so some of the serial killers got away, and so they have to hunt them down. And
Hmm.
in the first couple episodes, they catch them pretty quickly. And I was kind of hoping as it went on, like you would have like, okay, maybe this one serial killer is going to last 6 episodes, and it takes them that long to track them down. So now it becomes more of like clues and things like that.
Hmm.
But if that's not the case, I,
It looks like they get some fun people to be serial killers, like Kelsey Grammer, the guy from Dharma and Greg, I think, you know, like,
But
so,
it's you're saying it's episodic. It's
but it's
like each
episodic.
it's completely
Now
episodic.
the one thing, and when I said that they're moving towards like a broader conspiracy, is one of the things that, and Bueller could attest to this, is all these serial killers are, as far as the world knows, been executed.
yeah, yeah.
So that's the rub, is all these guys have been executed. But really what happened is that they were taken to a super secret, facility where they could test goobles and gobbles of different types of uh treatments on them,
Well, they're trying to do pre-crime too. They're trying to stop
right.
serial killers before they start.
Right. But they're going to put this guy in front of a thing, a video screen that's just nice images and stuff like that, and see what that's going to do to him. And then another one where the psychiatrist, tends to, play into his delusion a little bit, and see how that's going to help. So they're just experimenting on these guys that everybody just assumes is dead because they were, thought to have been executed. So
Well,
that's kind of the rub,
let me
the
ask you
the
this,
the angle.
for the sake of the podcast, because I watched it and checked out, would you say check back in?
Mm. Uh, If you no, I mean,
Like like Sunday
if you check.
morning when I'm bored, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. If you're just if you know if the summer comes along and there's just the only thing on during the summer are like game shows, that's when they throw out like Press Your Luck, and shit like that on on prime time, and you're just not getting your normal fall and spring shows, and you're just in the mood.
Okay.
Cool. But if you've checked out, then there's a reason you checked out, kind of, I think. And I don't know if it necessarily, gets better. Like I said, if me saying in the second season there starts to be some semblance of an overarching, plot line doesn't do anything for you, then it's just the same. It's the
It
same
feels
stuff.
very rinse and repeat, but not in the way that Ghost is, because Ghost is a sitcom. You know
Right.
Right.
what I mean? So I guess it's a bit different.
Right.
Uh, but
Yeah.
good to know. Finally, DTF St. Louis, DTF SL, whatever, DTF St. Louis just started last Sunday. It's got David Harbour, Jason Bateman, Linda Callerini. It's a weekly release on HBO Max, and the first episode, I'm all in.
What
Is
is
it like a dark comedy?
what does DTF stand for?
Down to
Down to
fuck.
fuck. Yeah,
What's that?
down to fuck.
Okay. I haven't heard of it. Wow, that's weird. Okay.
Oh yeah, so basically, you have some older married couples that are just kind of like in a gray area in their relationships. David Harbour and Jason Bateman are friends, fast friends. Jason Bateman finds this app that is it's Tinder or whatever for local people, for I don't know,
Adjacent.
foreigners or yeah, for whatever. He talks David Harbour into looking at the app with him, and they kind of decide like, hey, maybe we're kind of into this, and it opens up this whole like it hasn't. I've seen one episode, but you get the impression that they're kind of banging each other's wives, or somebody's banging somebody's wife, and someone's
Wow.
watching, or something's going on there.
Scandalous.
And then
But is it a dark comedy?
I mean,
Is
there's
it meant to be funny, or is it meant to? Is it like a drama that tends to be funny because the
I,
subject matter can kind of be funny?
I think that's more it. It's not a dark comedy. It's not a
Okay.
dark comedy. I would not classify it as dark comedy after one episode. It's
Okay.
very much a dark. It's a dark drama with funny aspects because of who's in it.
Right. Right. That's what I was kind of thinking. Okay.
I mean, Jason Bateman rides a, what do they call it? A recumbent bike throughout town, which is just hilarious in itself.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, like what? Uh, but yeah, man. After the first episode, I had so many questions. I thought I knew what I was getting into, and I was still blindsided. Uh, Caitlin went into it completely blind and was like, "What the fuck? This is awesome." So we're all into it.
All right. All right. I'm really anticipating. My mouth is watering for a third clue, Eric.
Okay.
Uh,
So this will be, I think, the last of the more opaque clues, and then they'll get easier. So
Is it
this
my
one is
second guess?
yes, it's not
Ah,
it.
God damn it.
The next one is puny.
puny. Hmm. Man, I feel like I should know this. Okay.
Hmm.
Attempted torture, eyeball, puny. Man, those are great clues though. Those are great clues. But I am still stumped. All right. Alex, what are you watching?
I've been watching a lot of the Diablo 2 expansion, Reign of the Warlock. Yeah, it's like,
Nice.
yeah, if you didn't know that there was an actual expansion for Diablo 2, which is like 30 years old now. It's like 30 years
Nice.
game. They just released new content for it as like an anniversary. And I was like, oh, whatever. I'll check it out. And like, come like midnight, I'm just like, one more level, one more kill.
Is that only on PC?
No,
Um,
I believe it's on console too. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
it's Blizzard, so I'm pretty sure you can
Yeah.
get it on console.
Okay. My
Yeah,
life.
I'm almost positive it's on console as well. But they released a new class basically, and the Warlock, the Summoner class. But it's just kind of interesting that even a 30-year-old game it still get its hooks into you, and you just like, just go check it out, Oh man, the sun's coming up. Wow. Uh, but I was actually kind of interested in what Joe was talking about the hunting party. I never heard of it. And I looked it up and it's like rocking an 18% review metric on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm like, I'm going to not watch that.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm watching on TV. I just finished the second season of Landman. I just finished it, I want to say, like 4 or 5 days ago. And, I still have the same verdict that I did at the first season, which is I really like 80% of the show.
Right.
And then anything to do with his wife, his daughter, is just garbage television.
Right.
And it's so frustrating too, because Taylor Sheridan, since I think the first movie I saw of his was Wind River, and ever since then he's always had strong, capable female characters.
Right.
And it's like everything he's done. I haven't seen Yellowstone, but I've heard it's along that line.
Yeah, but
Lioness,
like one of the ladies in Yellowstone is, everybody loves as like one of the strongest female characters,
Yeah,
Also a piece of shit.
And but in this one, it's just like he almost went. Oh, I've been writing nothing but like strong, independent female characters, so I'm gonna make like stereotypical caricatures of like shrilling, naggy women that people hate.
Codependent
It's
shrews.
just like, why? It's just like his wife and his daughter. Like, there's nothing positive about them or likable about them at all. And I'm just kind of like, what is? Am I supposed to find their stories funny? Like when
right? Am I supposed to be laughing at them? That's
real quick. Speaking of which, when I was watching Scream 7, the opening scene, I was like, where do I know this actress from? It's the daughter from Landman. She's in Scream 7.
Okay. So I'm with you there, Alex. Like and here's the thing. This is something that I'm just going to throw this out there to anybody who's watching. If you haven't seen Landman, it really is a good show when his wife and daughter are not on the screen. But if you want to watch the first season of Landman, you can fast forward through all of their parts.
Have you seen season 2, Jubal?
I've seen both seasons. Yeah, I've seen season 1 and season 2. You can fast forward through everything that has to do with his wife and daughter in season 1, and you will miss none of the plot.
Yeah, right? It's like I remember we tried this a long time ago with the second Matrix movie, where we did we just took out the part.
We just took out
like the 20 minutes when they went back to Zion, and then he had a big old talk with Trinity, and then they had the rave scene. The whole trip to Zion, if you just skip it because it's like a chapter,
right?
That movie becomes one of the best action movies.
Right. Ever. It's like their ship is coming into Zion and they land, and then you're like, okay, here we go. We got our fuel. We're out of here, right?
Right. And it turns into like an hour and 47-minute movie
that is just full of action.
Full of action, and one of the greatest action movies you've ever seen.
Yeah. And you can do the same thing with Landman. In season 1, you can fast forward through all their stuff. I would say in season 2, there's maybe possible spoilers here, that it's worth at least watching their parts, because they are starting to change and things are starting to get a little bit different. But then also there's a third girl, the son's girlfriend, who is just a terrible human being, and like you kind of can't skip her parts either, because you need to stay up on the son's story. You know what I mean? Like, he's got things going on, and he's talking about them with her, but she's such a head gamer that I just can't look at her. I have to go like this when she's on the screen. I'm like, there's too much evil coming off of her for me to look at her.
Well, wait, Eric, did you see season 2?
No, I haven't seen it at all.
Oh, okay. So between the three of us, can we just agree that episode 9 was one of the worst fucking things ever aired on TV?
Yeah.
Episode 9.
So season 2. Yeah.
Which one? I forget what happened in that episode.
Where they go to the college, and then
her dorm roommate.
Right.
And then there's the assault behind the bar.
Right.
Which makes no sense at all.
That whole episode was a waste of time. Yeah, you can skip episode 9 of season 2. You can skip that episode.
All together was just a pile of shit.
Yeah, you can skip that episode. But all of season 2, it felt like to me, all of season 2 was a setup for season 3.
For sure.
right? So it's like now we're going into season 3. Maybe they will have learned their lesson. It's kind of like in Game of Thrones when they stopped having random sex scenes for no reason and they got serious about just having a good show. Maybe that's what'll happen now with Landman. That's what I hope. So anyway, what else you got, Alex?
That was it. You finished all my points, Lana. Thank you.
Dude, I gotta say, you guys brought up Matrix 2, and the one thing that I will never forgive about Matrix 2 is when you had all on the Nebuchadnezzar, and then they go fly back into Zion, and the pilot, I think, goes back to his
Wife.
apartment, goes back to his wife.
And she's mad at him because he's trying to save the world. Yeah.
But no, that's not even it. He like knocks on the door and opens the door, and the first thing out of his mouth is, "Where's my pussy?" You fucking kidding me, bro? You've been gone for how fucking long?
I remember
Your
that, yeah.
kids are there. You fucking open the door, like, and you're like,
Like
"Where's my pussy?"
you should have just said, "I want to fight."
Dude, like that was the dumbest fucking thing. Could you imagine if you were in fucking Afghanistan for 3 years and you came home and surprised your wife? Like, you've been gone. She has no idea you're coming back, no fucking clue. And you use the key on the door and you open the fucking door and you just open the door and go, "Where's my pussy?" What the fuck, dude? Who wrote
I don't know where that is, but here's the number for your divorce attorney.
They don't have those.
Right? Yeah, they don't
Zion.
have those in Zion. Oh, I guarantee you they do. So
I guarantee you they do.
there's a hell of divorces in that city. Uh um all right. So do you want to do a clue, Eric?
Sure. So far, let me look. I don't think that anybody has gotten it. No. Um, this clue is this is where you guys maybe start to get it. Um, there are always men like you.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Yeah.
Do we even need to text it?
I'm like,
Uh what was the name? What was the name of the place? Damn, now I can't remember.
I don't understand the other clues.
Hmm.
If you really think about it. Jubal, are you sending me? Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay, hold
So
on.
Joe got it. Obviously,
God damn
Alex
it.
got it.
Okay, yeah.
Do you have it, Jubal?
I can't remember the exact wording of it. Maybe I don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
now everything makes sense. All right.
The last one gives it away.
Um,
So Jubal, you did not get it.
okay.
Do you want me to give the last clue?
Yeah,
And
yeah. Okay, well then
this will,
I'm last place on this one then. So tell
yeah,
me.
this one will give it away. We have a Hulk.
Okay.
We need a scoreboard moving forward, by the way.
So
It's an Excel sheet.
so I mean this is Avengers, but
Right.
what where
Alex is
is
so befuddled at how long that took you.
where is there are always men like you. But they were talking to
The
Loki?
old guy
Yes.
said that Loki.
That was the
Wow.
old man
That's
in
right.
the old man in the crowd.
That's
It
right.
could literally be Arnold Schwarzenegger's
That's
grandpa.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's right.
attempted torture is when you
Black
first
Widow.
meet Black Widow
Right.
and they're trying to torture her and she's getting all the information out of them. The eyeball is when Loki
Right.
takes the eyeball from the person. Puny is puny god.
Right.
And then the other ones, yeah.
So yeah, I just couldn't place that. There are always men like you. There was another
Which is
movie.
very poignant, like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
There was a similar line in. It was like Showdown at the El Dorado. Do you remember that movie with? It's got Hemsworth in it. Alex, do you know what I'm
Oh,
talking
Right,
about?
right. Right.
Yes, I mean,
Man, I
I know
like
what you're
that movie
talking about.
too.
Long
I
Night
know what
is
you're
of the
talking about, and I like
Yeah,
that movie.
that was like one of the when she said
Uh,
she said there's always men like you, right?
Right.
That was like a really hard hitting line I remember in that movie. So I was confused. I was
Right.
confused. Good clues, man. Okay, Avengers was man.
Right.
Like legit when we went in to see that in the theater. I hadn't been as excited to see a movie since like the original Star Wars trilogy, I think. Right?
oh,
Like I
yeah.
was
Yeah.
really excited to watch that movie. And it was great. The
And
Avengers movie was
for
great.
you, it was bad time to the Royale.
Bad Times at the El
Bad
Royale.
Times of
That's what
the
it is. That's
Man,
what
that
it
was a good
was.
That's
that
a
was a good
really
flick though.
underrated movie at this point.
It really
Yep.
is. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good flick.
That was
Yeah.
good. Okay, so we've got that. So let me run through my stuff real quick. I've got a good one and a bad one for you guys. I watched with the wife. We watched the Copenhagen Test with
Okay.
Simu Liu. I don't know if you guys have
Oh
heard of
yeah, no,
this.
I've heard of it. Any
The guy
good?
from Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
Ten
Hmm.
Rings. Um, no, it wasn't. Unfortunately, I really would like to see him land in something good. It was an interesting idea, like a
Right.
really interesting sci-fi idea that I liked a lot, but it was very poorly written. Um, it just didn't hang together very well. So you don't need to waste your time with it. But there's another one that's a couple of years old that we watched that was on the same streaming service. It was Peacock, I believe, called The Day of the Jackal.
Okay.
And that's with Eddie Redmayne, right?
Right.
And
And
uh,
is that a reference to the Jackal the movie with Bruce Willis?
okay, so the Bruce Willis movie, The Jackal, was based on the original Day of the Jackal movie that was made in like the 70s, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
And so this is more of a faithful recreation of the original, but it's about a hitman basically.
Right.
And so Eddie Redmayne plays a really bad dude, and it's fascinating to see that guy. This is the guy from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, right?
Right.
He's like this likable, goofy kid,
Right.
and he plays this gnarly villain, right? But he does such a good job, and it's so credible, it's so believable too, like his performance. And then the woman who's tracking him down is the woman from the last James Bond movie that became the new 007,
Right.
right? So and she does a good job too, and it's a really good story. It's well done. There's good action in it. There's good intrigue and suspense and like figuring stuff out. And so I would recommend that. It's a couple of years old, but if you haven't seen it yet, it's worth your time. Um, Another older one that just in case you haven't seen it yet, I know Eric and I talked about this recently, Chernobyl.
Hmm.
I went back and watched it all in one day because you and I were talking about it and I hadn't
Right.
watched it again. I was like, I'm going to watch it again. It's only 5 episodes and it's probably the second best TV show that's ever been made,
Wait,
right?
Chernobyl's only 5 episodes?
It's only 5 episodes, 5 1-hour episodes.
Oh my God, I had no idea. Okay.
It's
I would
five
call it the best
episodes.
miniseries too of all
I've
time.
heard so
Yeah,
many things
it
about it.
is.
I thought it was so much longer.
It
All
is
right.
100% the best miniseries of all time. But I would say it is the second best thing that has ever been on television after Game of Thrones. I think Game of Thrones takes the title.
So it's the best thing
Um,
that's been on television.
right. But yeah, if you don't think that Game of Thrones is the greatest TV ever, then Chernobyl is going to blow you away. Not that it's similar at all. It's just that the quality of it and the storytelling and the impact of it, because the efforts that they went to create the story and to make it accurate were significant, and so all the stuff that happens in the show is what really happened, and it just is mind-boggling. Um, Also, I have been starved for a legal drama, right? Like I really love legal dramas, and you just don't see them anymore.
Was
Right? Not really.
I told you got to look at the Asian legal dramas on Netflix.
Right, that's what you
Yeah.
said. And so I haven't done that yet, but I did. I went back and I watched. This was, a while ago, but I went back and I watched The Good Wife, which if you like legal dramas, if you're starved for a legal drama and you haven't seen The Good Wife, you should absolutely watch that. That was really good.
How many
But
seasons was it?
The Good Wife was like 7 seasons. Yeah.
And you went back and watched them all?
That was, yeah, earlier this year. I think I started back like just after Christmas. But I started watching Lincoln Lawyer, and I'm through the first 3 seasons of Lincoln Lawyer, but I haven't started the fourth season. I just finished 3 seasons of Lincoln Lawyer, and it's all right.
And is that a Netflix show or is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
okay?
that's
Yeah.
on Netflix. It's all right. If you're really starved for a legal drama, it's probably worth your time. But they spend a little too much time getting cute with all the other actors in the show and like having little cute stories about how much they
To
love
watch
each other.
Franklin and Bash.
Right.
If you want
So,
a good legal drama, Daredevil season 2 is coming out. So
Yeah, but
mm,
it's not going to probably have anything in the courtroom other than like a scene or two,
yeah.
realistically. I
I would
mean,
love it. I mean, I would love it if it was more legal drama. They had some legal drama in the first season,
yeah.
right? And I was down for it. Like, man, that was great. But if they really dug into that, I would think that would be heaven on earth.
Did you ever finish Suits?
No, no, I stopped watching that. It just got too dumb after a while. It was like
Yeah, something I don't know what was the thing that killed it for me,
it
but
was
like
the kid with the photographic memory left the show, and then it's like,
yeah, it
well,
was
why
something
are we
around
watching
there.
this then? This
Because I
doesn't
was
even.
like, I mean, and of course, the Lewis Litt character is a great character and stuff,
Right,
but
right.
something happened. I don't know, maybe 5 seasons. I don't know when it was exactly, but I just
If they
stopped
had
watching.
if they had a Lewis Litt spinoff, I would watch the hell out of that. Right.
Hmm.
But yeah, he was the only reason to watch the show after like season 3.
Right.
But anyway, so this is I'm officially saying if you haven't seen Chernobyl, that shit will change your life. You should watch it. It's amazing. And that's pretty much all I've got. Anybody got any last minute additions they want to throw on their list?
Check out DTF St. Louis. Just it's worth it, honestly.
All right.
I guess I'm just starting like the Batman Cape Crusader, which is like the Amazon Prime animated show.
Hmm.
It's very much in the same style of Batman animated series back from like 1992 or whatever, 93.
It came out a little
Um,
while ago, right?
yeah, it came out,
Like
I want
last
to say,
year or something.
yeah, sometime maybe early last year. I mean, it's okay. It's not blowing me away. I think part of the problem is if it came out back then, it would have been great. But some of it's the animation. It's like unless you're like super nostalgic for 1993 Batman,
Right.
it's like, with where animation has gotten, it's like we're talking about what Arcane,
Yeah.
Blue-Eyed Samurai,
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all said we enjoyed. Was it Splinter Cell?
So yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
even that animation, which is far better than this animation, was still kind of like,
It was pretty
okay,
dated.
it
Yeah.
was dated, but I could vibe with it, right?
I'll put up with it because the show is so well
Because the
done.
show was
Right.
good, exactly. And this one, it's like, okay, you're really going to have to be nostalgic for the 1993 show, and or else it's just kind of, it's whatever.
Right.
So, but I'm gonna gut it out because it's something to watch.
And you're a
Uh,
sucker for superheroes. It's all
And
right.
I'm a sucker for superheroes, so
It's okay.
there
I
was
get
there was
it.
something else that I was thinking about starting. There's a show called and maybe you guys have seen it called Barry
Oh, I've
with
heard of it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I
But
never
I've
saw
heard
it.
of it. Yeah.
He's like a hitman that goes to Hollywood or something.
yes, and I was like, I've heard good things. I don't know
Hmm.
if you
Yeah.
guys have heard the same.
I've heard
I've
good
heard good
things. Yeah.
things, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll start that or something. It's only like 3 or 4 seasons or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Check it
So
out.
I don't know. We'll see. That's about it.
Anything to finish with, Alex? Any last minute thoughts?
No, that's about it for me.
All
The
right.
boys season 5 trailer dropped today. Just throwing that out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When did it come out? The
I don't
season.
know.
Huh.
I don't know.
And are we all down to watch War Machine?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah, sure.
the guy who plays Jack Reacher, his
Yeah.
new
Alan
uh yeah,
Richter, whatever.
That comes out like
his
2 weeks or something, right?
I think it comes
Yeah.
out tomorrow.
Yeah.
It comes out tomorrow. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
what I'm saying, like for next week. Like we
Yeah.
could watch it this
Maybe
week.
we watch War Machine and we'll talk about it next week.
Sounds
That'd
good.
be cool. All right.
You
Cool.
guys good with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
maybe we can. Yeah, maybe we can do it this weekend. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming, and thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next
Peace.
time around. Take it easy.